What is up guys, Chris Harvey here. Welcome to the vlog for the very first time. I'm not at home, I don't have a guitar in my hand, but I'm still hoping this video is going to provide you with a ton of value because I want to talk about confidence and self-doubt and nervousness around playing the guitar, and more importantly give you some advice on how maybe to deal with that. Now, you guys are probably asking yourselves, Chris, why are you near the beach? Well, fun fact, I love being by the sea whenever I've had a stressful week, whether that's with work or personal life. It's just something that really kind of de-stresses me and calms me down. And after a busy week in the studio, back at work, I kind of felt like I needed that today. I mean, that's kind of the point of today's video. Because I'm back in the studio after a year of playing with people, musicians in an actual room, the actual feeling of nervousness and self-doubt started to creep in again because I felt out of practice, even slightly out of my comfort zone maybe. Because that's the thing, even after playing guitar for 15 years, having a degree in music, being a professional session guitarist for the best part of 5 years now, I still feel nervous because there's always stuff to know. There's always the fear of the unknown. One session is never like another, and all of that stuff when you haven't really been doing it with the pressure of being with the artist in the room. If you haven't done that for a year, then of course you're going to feel nervous. And I understand that not everyone who watches this channel is a session musician, but even if you're just a guitarist who's hoping to play with other musicians, maybe you're looking to start a band after lockdown, maybe you're just looking to get back into the scene of doing gigs, then that might be something that you experience and a feeling that you need to come to terms with. So let's talk about how to deal with that feeling of nervousness and self-doubt, because I'm here to reassure you that it is perfectly normal. And I think the first thing to keep in mind is that if you have been hired for a gig, whether that is like the session gig that I did this week, or say you've passed an audition and you're joining your first band, or even if someone's just said yes to having a jam with you, then you've already won because they've obviously seen something in your playing that resonates with them. And I think it's easy to lose sight of that. And at the end of the day, we are going to be our own worst critics. We live with our guitar playing every day. It might not sound fresh to us, our ideas might be seeming quite stale because, well, we've just heard it so many times, but the clients or the other musicians that you work with won't have heard you, so they're listening to you with fresh ears. And I think whoever needs to hear that out there, I think that's important to actually keep in mind, because that will give you a boost of confidence. Just remember that your playing is fresh to anyone who hears it for the first time. So what made me doubt myself at this session this week? Well, aside from the fact, like I mentioned, that it's been over a year since I've been making music with a client in the room, most of the stuff I've been doing has been remote. But I think that feeling of being out of practice, and during the session I discovered a few gaps in my knowledge that immediately made me want to work on those. And that leads on to like the second part of this video, and that's just some practical tips that I want to teach you about the guitar, just to help you think spontaneously, think on your feet, because if you are able to confidently navigate the guitar and there are fewer gaps of knowledge in your playing, then that's going to give you more confidence and you'll probably ease into the whole process a lot quicker. But we'll do that when we're back at home. I mean, for now it's just nice to be on the North Wales coast, chilling on the beach. I mean, seriously, how nice is this? I think I'm quite lucky that with all the lockdown restrictions lifting here in Wales that I'm able to come to these places now, because these are the things that help me de-stress after the week that I've had. Because when I discovered those gaps in my playing, I freed myself out a little bit. And it was just a really intense few days. Mentally it's quite draining, so coming somewhere like this, it's just helped me take the load off, which is it's really important. been really nice to come to the coast today and just snap off a few pictures and just unwind a little bit, take it easy, and it's been cool to bring you guys along as well, because I've wanted to do a vlog for a while, but to be quite honest, it's quite intimidating talking to a camera in public. Still something that I probably need to get used to, but it's a lot of fun, and I want this channel to have a bit more of a personal touch to it. I want to build some connections with you guys, and I think taking you into my life and showing you where I like to go and hang out is probably one way to do that. So give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the vlog, and leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, because there are so many places that I could show you. Man, there are some cool spots around here, and oh, subscribe as well if you haven't already. Should have said that at the start. YouTube 101, failed straight away. So now that I'm back at home, I just wanted to share with you a couple of practical things that you should have in your arsenal as a guitarist to help you make the most of those spontaneous and creative moments, to make sure that they're positive experiences for you and not situations that are going to fill you with dread. So my first piece of advice, and something fairly fundamental, is knowing all of your frets, all of your strings, and what all of the notes are up and down your fretboard. It sounds pretty obvious, but there are so many instances where guitarists want, instant results, and so much time is often spent just learning licks and learning chords, but not really learning what notes you're actually playing. And that is something that can easily catch you out when you're playing with other musicians. So whether you're in the studio or if you're in a band, it's quite common for guys to be like, hey Chris, can you just take the B flat out of that chord for us? And things like that, if you know where B flat is, it's really easy. It's a no-brainer. No stress. But if you don't know what B flat is, then you're going to be struggling, and you're just going to be lifting off, every finger in the chord and hoping that it's right, and you don't want to be in that situation. It's just unnecessary stress which you can avoid. So I definitely recommend that you learn your notes, and I guarantee that it's going to quickly elevate your playing, because it then unlocks so many more possibilities for you in the realms of music theory and how to build scales and build chords. And I think it's something that everybody needs to pay closer attention to. My second piece of advice is learn how to play to a click track. Now, whether you're going to be playing in the studio, or even if you're just jamming to songs, or if you're in a band, then having good time is a really, really important factor. And it's definitely something that not every guitarist will actively practice. I did do a video on my channel about playing to click tracks, so I'll link it up here somewhere if I can, so make sure to go and check that out. There's a few tips in there about how to approach playing to a click track if you haven't before, but if you can incorporate that into your practice, just get a metronome app on your phone, or even if you've got a physical metronome, then that's great, and just make sure that you have that in your practice routine. And it's going to really help you out when you come to play with other musicians. So that's pretty much all I wanted to go through today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. I think as we all emerge from the pandemic and we, play with other musicians again, and we get back into the swing of music, then it can definitely be an experience that some of us might dread, or it might, create some nerves there, because we're all out of practice. We all haven't been doing this for well over a year now, and I think it's important to have some perspective, which is what I hope this video has provided you. Just remember those things. Remember that if you've been given a gig, then it means that you've done an awesome job, and you don't need to worry. Take the pressure off yourself, and if you prepare well for all of your musical endeavours by learning your fretboard, being able to play in time, being able to play to a click track, then it's going to lead to some really positive experiences for you in music in the future. So as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, let me know if you enjoyed the vlog format. Like I said, I do want to do more, so I would love to hear your feedback. And of course, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified when I upload. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next Tuesday for another video.